Assalamualaikum, my name is FIN546 binti Ismail, and today I will be presenting the salient Sharia issue in the contemporary application of Wadiah. What is Wadiah? First, let us understand what Wadiah means. Wadiah is an Islamic contract for the safekeeping of assets based on trust between a depositor and a custodian. The custodian is responsible for protecting the deposited asset and returning them whenever requested by the depositor. There are two types of Wadiah. The first is Wadiah Yad Amanah, which is based on trust. Under this arrangement, the custodian only keeps the deposited asset and is not allowed to use them for personal or business purpose. The second is Wadiah Yad Damanah, which is commonly used in modern Islamic banking. Under this contract, the bank is allowed to use the deposited funds for investment and financing activities, while guaranteeing the customers can withdraw their money at any time. The first issue is hibah giving resembles riba, or of hibah. Originally, hibah is supposed to be a voluntary gift given by the bank to customer. However, many Islamic banks started giving hibah regularly and consistently. As a result, customers began expecting monthly returns from their Wadiah accounts. When a voluntary gift becomes predictable and expected, it creates a custom or urf. This situation raises Sharia concern because the hibah starts to resemble interest earned from conventional banking, which is closely associated with riba and is prohibited in Islam. For example, my bank Islamic Bank Berhad, which provided regular hibah payments through several Wadiah-based saving accounts. This practice eventually attracted criticism from Sharia scholars and regulators. The second issue is lack of fairness in profit sharing. Under Wadiah Yad Damanah, banks use customer deposit to generate profits through investment and financing activities. However, all profit belonged entirely to the bank because the bank assumed the investment risk and guaranteed the deposited funds. Many scholars argue that this practice was unfair because customers provided the funds, yet they did not receive any share of the profit generated. In addition, the calculation and distribution of hibah were often not transparent, creating concern regarding fairness and economic justice. To address these issues, Sharia advisors introduced several solutions. Bank Negara Malaysia encouraged the replacement of Wadiah Yad Damanah with the card contract. Under card, customers become lenders while the bank becomes the borrower. Any hibah provided must be completely voluntary and cannot be advertised or promised in advance. In addition, the implementation of IFSA 2013 required many Wadiah accounts, including those at My Bank Islamic, to be migrated to the card structure. Now, let us look at recommendation. Instead of completely abandoning Wadiah, Islamic banks can modernize the contract by introducing a Wadiah Yad Amanah account with a multi-tier investment window. Under this model, customer saving remains safely protected under Wadiah Yad Amanah. At the same time, customers may voluntarily choose to invest a portion of their funds through a separate investment window. This approach can solve the previous Sharia issues because the savings account is used purely for safekeeping, eliminating the expectation of routine hibah. At the same time, profits generated from investment can be shared transparently based on an agreed ratio, ensuring fairness for both the bank and the customer. In conclusion, the contemporary application of Wadiah has raised important Sharia concerns related to hibah practice and profit distribution. However, through regulatory reform and innovative solutions, Islamic banking can continue to uphold the principle of justice, transparency, and maqasid Sharia while meeting the needs of modern customers. That's all. Thank you.